part 2 of tonight, which is Tuesday night's live Facebook record sale. I hope that everybody comes back in and joins us, because it's going to be like an extended part 1, because we have all new arrivals. We have a ton of stuff we hadn't even got to yet. Let me go over here. I was just actually checking on some pre-orders. Craig's back for part 2. Craig, I'm glad you're back for part 2, because I got something to show you. I think that you've been waiting on, or you've been on a waiting list, and you were the only person on the waiting list. So, Craig, this came in. Let me find it. And you were on a waiting list from a long time ago. This is Queens of the Stone Age Live Festival Part 2. Craig, if you still want this, please put Queens of the Stone Age sold, or QOTSA, or however people abbreviate it, QTSA. Craig, but this was $54.99. I had you on a waiting list from months ago, but these just came back in. And if anybody else wants one, Queens of the Stone Age is $54.99. But Craig, that's been these waiting lists from like months ago. Like if it's something from 5 months ago, if it's something from last week, we automatically go ahead and bill you for it. If it's something from literally August of last year, which I don't know how far our waiting list goes back, probably back to the first of the year, I always make sure before we put it on your tab, because you may have forgot about it, you don't want it, etc. But if it's something pretty recent, we anticipate you're good for it, and we go ahead and bill you for it. This one sold to Craig Tanner, and Preston Rogers wants one. If anybody else wants one, this is Queens of the Stone Age Live Festival Part 2. These are $54.99. Those are both sold. I thought we had 3 come in. Maybe there's one left in this bin. Oh, Doug got it. Okay. That's an employee perk. You get a lot of new vinyl. So I found another crate of new vinyl, and we're still going through this vintage bin. So this is where we left off. Let me flip through a couple more. If you haven't already, please share this feed. Tanner's going to share it in our group, and we're going to finish this vintage bin. We got Japanese vinyl to show. We got new vinyl to show, and then if we have time, I'm just going to recap literally everything we've shown tonight, which is going to be quite impressive, because there's a lot of really cool stuff. I also have waiting list. Of stuff we sold out of that necessarily I hadn't shown, like the Foo Fighters Color and Shape. That sold out. Like I didn't even get to show those. Same thing with Alan Jackson's Greatest Hits. Same thing with Hall & Oates, Mo-Fi. That's all stuff that like we sold out of. I didn't even get to show. So we may pull one of those here in a minute. I'm lucky. Right there they are. I'll need those in just a second. Okay. What songs are on the Queens of the Stone Age? Can we bring one of those back so I can read off track list for Derek Vaughn? I'm going to flip through this bin. This is stuff that we'd already shown. We had Genesis. We had Santana, Savoy Brown, Bo Deans, Bachman Turner Overdrive, Glass Derringer, Charlie Daniels, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Country Music's Greatest Stars, H.Y. Sledge, The Champ soundtrack, The Outsiders, Jimmy Davis and Junction 12-inch. The one I couldn't figure out how to pronounce, but there was that. We showed The Music Machine, and Esquivel is where we stopped. Exploring New Sounds and Hi-Fi. That is $24.99. Pretty cool cover. Want songs for the deaf from... Oh, no, my bad. I misread that. He wants songs for the deaf. I don't have that in stock right now. I do have a stack of stuff from Kevin's collection and from another collection we've picked up recently of sealed stuff out of print, and there's some stuff from the 90s in there too that is technically reissues, but I don't have any of that ready. We'll do that another night this week. But there is 1 or 2 Queens of the Stone Age album in there. Except, Eat the Heat. Except is $34.99 gold stamp promo. I forgot that was the name of an actual album, Songs for the Deaf. I don't think I have one of those on hand. Except it's $34.99 gold stamp promo. The Smithereens, Green Thoughts. The Smithereens is $24.99. That's in shrink wrap. The Smithereens, Green Thoughts, $24.99. Here's Johnny, Magic Moments from The Night Show, starring Johnny Carson, $19.99. These usually have a poster with it. This one does not have a poster with it. Yes, it does. Has the poster with it. Magic Moments, I think it's like it has the history. I think it folds out into like a timeline. Bebe Buell is Liv Tyler's mom. Okay. Sherry Darnell wants the Smithereens. Johnny Carson with poster is 1999. Is the Music Machine an OG what year press label? Bonnie Whale Music Machine Ignition is on Sundazed, which is definitely a reissue label. Sundazed, it feels like it's 180 gram, and it is $24.99. It's a Sundazed reissue from 2000. $24.99. Sherry Darnell got the Smithereens. Squeeze, Cool for Cats. That's a full album, I believe, by Squeeze. Yeah, it is. Squeeze is $19.99. Squeeze, Cool for Cats. I don't get a lot of their stuff in. Sun Ra, Fate in a Pleasant Mood. Sun Ra is $99.99. This is a white label promo, Sun Ra. We don't get a lot of his stuff in. ABC Impulse. It's about an EX, has a couple marks on it. In a Pleasant Mood. Another Sun Ra. Sun Ra live at Montreux. $99.99. Sun Ra. Back-to-back Sun Ra. Beach Boys. Light album. I think that's called LOA technically. LA. Light album. Yeah, LA. Light album. That is $14.99. The Beach Boys. Jim and Ingrid Croce. Another Day, Another Town. Jim Croce is $14.99. The Best of the Beach Boys. Best of the Beach Boys is $14.99. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. This is $34.99. This is a very nice OG pressing. Does it have the insert with it? Original inner sleeve. Some of these have inserts with it. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Hello, Jeffrey Blivens. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Crosby, Stills, and Nash CSN. That is $19.99. Crosby, Stills, and Nash CSN. The Best of Free. Paul Rogers, Free. All right now, $24.99. This is, I almost said Badfinger. Blind Faith. Blind Faith is a 1986 pressing, which is a reissue. Blind Faith. And that is $34.99. Blind Faith. Michael, CSN. Michael, let me know if you want Crosby, Stills, or Nash, self-titled, or Crosby. Let's see. They're both technically. Michael, if you want this one, put self-titled. If you want this one, put CSN again. They're both technically self-titled. This one's technically called CSN. This one is called Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So, self-titled, and this is technically an abbreviated self-titled. That's very confusing. Victor Boynton, first to Free. So to Victor Boynton. All right. Blind Faith, though, was $34.99. Michael wants self-titled. This one right here. So Tanner, Free went to Victor, and this is Crosby, Stills, and Nash was $34.99 to Michael Weil. Bonnie Bramlett, Ladies' Choice. Bonnie Bramlett is $19.99. Another Aussie? No, this isn't Aussie. This is an Aerosmith. What is this? It looks like that Aussie from earlier. Another Aerosmith. It's Japanese, made for Japan. I don't know if that means it was made in Japan, but this one's shaped like a bat too. Is this technically sealed? I can't really get to it. It's in some kind of sealed baggie, so I guess it is sealed. No, it's opened right here. No, it's not. This is some kind of Aerosmith picture disc. I don't know if it's music, interviews. It's shaped like a bat like the Aussie was earlier. It's $29.99. Sold to Stacy Brown. Potluck with Elvis. This is $14.99. Potluck with Elvis, $14.99. Rock and Roll Soul, 1957. This is an ABC label. What this $12.99, $12.99. This is a compilation of music from 1957, but it's also pretty cool because the cover has all these articles. Ike and Nixon to take office. Elvis #1 rocker. The Sputnik in space. That is $12.99. 1957. Rock and Roll Soul. There's Rock and Roll Soul. This one they put 53, 54, and 55 together. And I'll tell you why they did that, because there wasn't a lot of rock and roll music out in 53, 54, and 55. They kind of combined it all together. I guess you would say the birth of rock and roll was around 54, 55. So that one's 57. And then we have 53, 54, 55 together. Belinda Carlisle, Mad About You. Belinda Carlisle is $14.99. Gold stamp promo. Belinda Carlisle, $14.99. Preston says he's ready for the bin of Japanese vinyl. I'm going to do that one after this last bin of new vinyl, unless there's another bin of new vinyl. But regardless, I'll do the Japanese, the bin after. One quick flip of what's left in here. Belinda Carlisle, Rock and Roll Soul, Elvis Potluck, Bronnie Bramlett, Blind Faith, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Best of Beach Boys, Jim Croce, Beach Boys, Sun Ra, Squeeze, Music Machine, Johnny Carson. That is Mad About You is sold to Yaski. Mad About You, Belinda Carlisle. All right. That's some great stuff in there. Let me go to this next bin of new vinyl. Except JJ was $34.99. Gold stamp promotional copy. First record is Elton John. Chartbusters Go Pop. Legendary covers, 1969 and 1970. These are $33.99. This is a new release. Is this Cleopatra? Pyramid. There's a couple covers that I could, or a couple hype stickers and just the way they look. It's either Friday Music, Cleopatra, or Pyramid. But this is pretty much Elton John's first recordings. Some of the first recordings he did was these covers. Spirit in the Sky, Traveling Band, Up Around the Bend, Come and Get It, Yellow River, Good Morning Freedom, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours, Cotton Fields. This is on gold vinyl. This is Elton John, Chartbusters Go Pop, Legendary Covers, 1969 to 1970. That is on gold vinyl, $33.99. I've got several of those in stock, Elton John. Aerosmith, The Road Starts Here. Dream Until Your Dream Comes True from Aerosmith's Vindaloo Vaults, their first known recordings, all previously unreleased. That is a gatefold pressing, and that is $33.99. Aerosmith, The Road Starts Here, H-E-A-R, $33.99. Do you have Judas Priest Point of Entry? I don't believe I do. I don't have many Judas Priest albums, new or used. I know I don't have any used, but definitely none new. Hardcore Devo live on transparent red and opaque yellow vinyl. Devo Hardcore Devo live. Gatefold 2LP colored vinyl, $46.99 for some Devo. Bjork is $41.99. Bjork is, what's the name of this one called? Bjork Volta. Volta by Bjork, $41.99. And this is a new release from the Grateful Dead. The Very Best of the Grateful Dead, $79.99. 2LP, The Very Best of the Grateful Dead, $79.99. Jack Suslak wants an Elton John, sold to Jack. So we've had Elton John, Aerosmith, Devo, Bjork, Grateful Dead, and then here's a new release from Prince. Doug said I had forgot to order this, and he almost threw something at me because this is a really cool new release from Prince. Prince and the Revolution, the iconic Purple Rain Tour, the legendary concert recorded live March 30th, 1985 at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York. 3 LP, remixed and remastered from the original multi-track masters. It has a 16-page book, including smash hits and B-sides from Purple Rain, Controversy, and 1999. He said, and Doug is he's the #1 Prince fan I know. He said this is a fantastic show. It's a 3 LP box with book. These are only $64.99. New from Prince. I guess the technical term of it is called Love. 3 LP live, fantastic show from Prince. Paul Beal wants one. What's on the Aerosmith? Stacy, I will read you the tracks, but you probably have never heard any of them because they're all unreleased, rare, early recordings. Intro, Somebody, Reefer Head Woman, Walking the Dog, Moving Out, Major Barbara. Oh, actually, there must be early cuts on here because this is Dream On and Mama Ken. So there's some of those on there I know. Walking the Dog's on their first album, so is Dream On. I know those for sure. But these are the first unreleased, yeah. So I guess these are early recordings, $33.99. Okay, Paul Beal gets a Prince. Chris Crowley wants a Prince. Jason Ivey wants a Prince. And Paul Brothers wants a Prince. I have one Prince left. I wish I would have showed this one earlier tonight so I could know how many more to reorder. I do have one left Prince Love, $64.99. Stacy Brown wants one. That's the Aerosmith, The Road Starts Here. Yes, that was originally a record store day. Retro Class Entertainment, which is Rydell Martin, wants a Prince. These are $64.99. Let me make a note, Tanner, to post that in the group tonight. I'm going to post that in the group. I got several things that I'm going to show during part 2 tonight that I need to post in the group so people will know that they've come in that didn't get to watch part 2. And this was posted in the group, but we hadn't sold any, which is surprising. This is the newest remaster and in stock that I can get. Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair. It's technically a UK pressing. That's why it's a little bit more than US, but the US ones right now aren't in print. This is $41.99. Tears for Fears, Song from the Big Chair, $41.99. That's the only one I can get right now of that album. I've got 10 of them on hand. The Prince was $64.99, Dwayne. It's a 3 LP box set with 16-page book, new release. Street date on that was actually last Friday. We just got them in because I forgot to order them. Me and Doug and Ed, we all ordered new vinyl. And sometimes we have to match our carts to make sure we're not double ordering something. And Doug will have something in his cart, and I'll be like, don't order those until I post a pre-order because I don't want to over-order and I don't want to under-order. And there's so much that comes out every week, I never get to post pre-orders. Tears for Fears, though, is $41.99. Songs from the Big Chair, UK import. Okay, so here's what's left in this first bin of new vinyl for part 2. Elton John, Chartbusters Go Pop. That is $33.99, gold vinyl, Elton John. Chartbusters Go Pop, $33.99. Aerosmith was $33.99. Those are both $33.99. The Live Devo on red and yellow vinyl, Hardcore Devo Live, is $46.99. The Bjork, which may be a new album, I'm not real for sure, but Bjork Volta is $41.99. The Very Best of the Grateful Dead is $79.99. And Tears for Fears is $41.99. All right, let's flip through this entire bin of Japanese vinyl. Let me figure out what I've done with it. And there's a ton of stuff in here we probably could auction, but we're going to straight price and sell everything. Oh yeah, and Tanner said to show these. So here's 2 titles, because we also need to read off the names. Here's 2 titles that came in print this week. That is not a New Bjork. Okay, I'm not familiar with her catalog, but first was Foo Fighters. If you know for sure you don't have one of these and you didn't see the post, then you can go ahead and claim one now. This copy is Kendall Bess's. This is Foo Fighters Color and Shape. There's how many I got. The next 2 on the waiting list already is Tillman Smoot and Susie Breedlove. Here's everybody who got a Foo Fighters Color and Shape. Matt Wermeyer, Bob Riger, Tracy Miller, Terry Myers, Scott Corcoran, Stephen Tuttle, Greg Hagewood, Joe Cosentini, Stacy Brown, John Sheehan, Chase Gaither, Kendall Bess, Michael O'Brien, Zachary Franklin, Jimmy Hartline, Eric Odell, Trey Phillips, and Mike Massey. If you want one, they're $33.99. There's more on the way, hopefully. 2 LP Foo Fighters, The Color and the Shape. Very popular album. And I ran out with Tillman Smoot, if you're watching, and Susie Breedlove. Y'all are now at the top of the waiting list for that. Foo Fighters is $33.99 if you want to be on that list for the next shipment. Same thing with Alan Jackson. This was a surprise this week. Alan Jackson's also $33.99. Dakota Wilkie, Stacy Brown, Brandon Sanders, Jimmy Dasher, Sherry Darnell, Daniel Cody, Robin Walker, Alex Roman, John Miller, and David Bosworth. And then the new waiting list is Richard Bedford, Debbie Blair, and then Linda Hasty wants 3. And I think the rest was Susie. I think Susie, it's Linda Hasty, it cut off here. Linda Hasty, Linda Hasty. Linda gets the next 3, and then Susie, you're after that. So that's Alan. If anybody wants one of those, $33.99. So there's those. There's that. All right. Let me see. There's a couple of things in here we may absolutely want to auction that I hadn't really shown. But everything else I've straight priced, and we're going to flip through this entire bin of Japanese vinyl. Let me see what's all in here. Okay, some of these I've got to pull out because they're too grouped together. So, well, we'll just have to get there when we get there. Preston Rogers said, let's go. Okay, so some of these have, here's what I can guarantee on these. As y'all know, we offer everything satisfaction guaranteed. This Japanese vinyl, we're getting it direct from Japan. It's all, we've checked them, and if we've put something in here, most of the stuff is pristine, it's beautiful, it looks great, it sounds great. It's the same thing applies, and I'm just saying this because these are so, most people who buy these, y'all expect them to be absolutely immaculate, and there's some we've pulled out that we're like, okay, we'll sell these at another time so I can really show y'all what's going on. So, yes, Jerry, I can get those Prince box sets this week. If you want on the waiting list, I will. If they're in stock, they'll definitely come in. If they're gone, then I can't get them anymore. So, let's see what's in here. Duran Duran is $29.99. Duran Duran Tiger Tiger Disco Remixes. This has got several songs on it, though. Yeah, this has got the Reflex, Union of the Snake, New Moon on Monday, the Reflex, and Tiger Tiger. That is $29.99. Duran Duran. Well, these are heavy. Tim Smith wants on the Foo Fighters color and shape waiting list. Oh. Did they know it's Christmas? Did they know it's Christmas? 1999. Did they know it's Christmas? These are all Japanese pressings. Duran Duran, 7 and the Ragged Tiger. Duran Duran, 7 and the Ragged Tiger, $34.99. $34.99. Jamie Miller, you're first on Duran Duran. I'm assuming you want this one right here, so I'm going to pull that for you. There's another Duran Duran I just shown if you want it. Can't figure out why these aren't setting up straight. It's really bothering me. So, do they know it's Christmas? There's another Duran Duran. The Bee Gees, In the Morning. That one has the Obi with it. Bee Gees, In the Morning, $29.99. Bee Gees, In the Morning, $29.99. Nina, 99 Luft Balloons. This is with Obi. Very nice. There's a song on here that's absolutely killer. It's called Let Me Be Your Pirate. Nina is $49.99. Simon and Garfunkel. This one's called Pack 20, which I think is like a greatest hits. It is, $34.99. Simon and Garfunkel, Pack 20. That is $34.99. Now, I think this is where it gets complicated. I've got like 5 more Simon and Garfunkel, so let me pull all those out, and I'll show those later. 3 of them are like greatest hits, all in different covers and packagings. Billy Joel Glass Houses. Billy Joel Glass Houses is $39.99. That one has Obi and insert. By the way, if they don't have the Obi, then they usually have an insert. So most of these that don't have Obis also have inserts. So Rod Stewart Atlantic Crossing. Rod Stewart Atlantic Crossing is $24.99. The Obi Connor is this thing right here. It is this Japanese identifier. It is literally translates to sash. It is this strip that is unique to Japanese pressings, which makes these one of the reasons they're quite collectible. This album, we've got it priced for $50. If it didn't have that Obi, it would probably be $15 or $20 less. The Obis are worth that much. It really adds to the value of them, the overall presentation. Eddie Bruce gets the Billy Joel Glass Houses. There was Rod Stewart, and I think, here's what I'll do on the Rod Stewarts. I won't separate those. I'll just let you have pick, because I'm about to show them very quickly. We have Foolish Behavior. These are all pristine Japanese pressings. A lot of them have inserts. I think this one actually has a poster with it. So a lot of these, I don't have time to show you everything that's in them, but some of them you might have some surprises. Foolish Behavior. This is Rod Stewart and Faces Live, Coast to Coast. That's $29.99. There's Every Picture Tells a Story. That one was $49.99. We auctioned one of those off earlier. A Night on the Town was $24.99. And Blondes Have More Fun is $24.99. There's another copy of Atlantic Crossing, $24.99. And The Eagles on the Border, $39.99. $39.99. Preston Rogers wants Every Picture Tells a Story. We auctioned one of those off earlier. So Every Picture Tells a Story. That one's to Preston Rogers, $49.99. And this is here's what's left. Atlantic Crossing, Blondes Have More Fun, A Night on the Town. The Faces Live Foolish Behavior, and Another Atlantic Crossing. Those are all. So kind of let me show you. We get this occasionally with a U.S. press. One, this jacket is about twice as thick, and I'm sure this vinyl is absolutely dead mint. It is, so pretty cool there. If somebody's interested, I would make a Rod Stewart Japanese bundle tonight on everything that's in here. So just let me know. I've also got a couple Eagles albums. We've got On the Border, One of These Nights, and Greatest Hits. That Greatest Hits is $49.99. One of These Nights is $44.99. And On the Border is $39.99. On the Border, One of These Nights, and their Greatest Hits. Those are all Japanese pressings. A Night on the Town, $24.99. I'm going to put that back here of the other Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town, $24.99. A couple Bee Gees. Well, first we got Willie Nelson Stardust, $24.99. Willie Nelson Stardust. And Bee Gees Spirits Having Flown. This actually comes with a bonus 7-inch. Bee Gees is $34.99 with the 7-inch that you see there. Bee Gees, $34.99. Billy Joel, The Nylon Curtain. Billy Joel, The Nylon Curtain is $44.99. That one is complete with Obi. Billy Joel, Nylon Curtain. Willie Nelson, Always on My Mind, with a unique Japanese cover, $24.99. That's not the U.S. cover on that one. Willie Nelson, The Sound in Your Mind is $24.99. And Bryan Adams, never seen this before. What is this? Summer of '69, Diana. It looks like a 4-track sampler. Heaven Live, Kids Wanna Rock Live, Summer of '69 studio version, and Diana, which is studio. That's $29.99. Bryan Adams. Looks like a 4-track Japanese sampler. Bryan Adams, Cuts Like a Knife, $29.99. Duran Duran, there's 7 and the Ragged Tiger with Obi, $39.99. 7 and the Ragged Tiger. Duran Duran Carnival. Duran Duran Carnival, $34.99. What a great band. I know, everybody's sleeping on me. It's part 2 at 10:30 at night. Everybody's got to work tomorrow, and they're drowsy, and they're not buying these fantastic Japanese records that I'll show at a later date, and they'll all sell, and everybody will regret not buying them now. Right, Tanner? Do they know it's Christmas? $19.99. That's the second one we have in there. We got 2 of those. Do they know it's Christmas? Michael Ling wants Duran Duran Carnival. Michael's on board. He's going to wake up the entire neighborhood. Duran Duran Carnival sold to Michael Ling. Tillman Smoot, you were second. And we got Duran Duran self-titled. That's a Japanese press, $39.99. Duran Duran self-titled with Obi. Bad Company Straight Shooter. Now this one, y'all should be all over, because this on a U.S. pressing has got extremely difficult to find, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. Straight Shooter. Amazing artwork already, and the Japanese version of this really brings it out. $29.99. Bad Company Straight Shooter. We have one of these complete, we've had them before, complete Japanese Beatles compilations. This has the inner sleeves, the poster, the books, the insert. That is $74.99. $74.99. Preston was first to Bad Company. Eddie Bruce wants Billy Joe Nylon Curtain. Nylon Curtain, that was right here, sold to Eddie Bruce. Susie, you were second on Bad Company. The Beatles, $74.99. Asia, with Obi, Asia self-titled, $49.99. Asia self-titled, $49.99. Willie Nelson, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I didn't even know they were making Japanese Willie Nelsons. But there they are, $29.99. We've had several tonight. Adventure, what is this? Electronically created by Toru Hatano. This is a compilation, it looks like, of space-related themes. This was, I seen 2001 Space Odyssey. This is $29.99. I seen 2001. This may have some Star Wars stuff on it. Space Adventure. I think it's space themes. Wow, check out this poster. Let's see what's going on here. Wow, this is pretty cool. I see there's Star Wars. I don't know if I can identify all these. I wish there was a list. I can't read Japanese too well. Actually, I can't read it at all. $29.99. Robert takes the space things. So to Robert. Every time Chad says, haven't seen them before, more drinking, more sales. Is that your drinking word? Anytime I say, I haven't seen this? Hopefully not, because I say that a lot. Movie themes. Movie themes, $39.99. John Barry, you were second on the space. Movie themes. This has Star Wars here on the cover. Nobody Does It Better. Vienna, City of My Dream. Blitz, The Eagles That Landed. Theme from Black Sunday. Movie themes, Japanese compilation, $39.99. This is not the OB you're looking for. Diana Ross, $34.99. Diana Ross, $34.99. The Sound of Music, $39.99. The Sound of Music with Obi. Pipes of Peace, Paul McCartney. That's $39.99. Pipes of Peace. Cyndi Lauper, True Colors with Obi, $34.99. 38 Special, Tour de Force, $39.99. 38 Special, Tour de Force. The Sound of Music, $39.99. The Sound of Music, $39.99. Two of those in there now. Diana Ross, Best Collection. This is a Motown Greatest Hits. Tamla Motown, $39.99 with Obi. Wham! Is this one made? What is this one? Made in Heaven? Make It Big. Wham! Make It Big with Obi, $49.99. Boz Scaggs, Down Two Then Left, $24.99. Toto is $34.99. I guess that's technically the Obi. It's just a sticker, hop sticker on the cover. Songs in the Attic, Billy Joel, that's $39.99. And Another Sound of Music. That's probably the best looking one there with the Obi that kind of matches it. RCA. I think this is the first press. Probably. First Japanese press, that is. $39.99. And this is the original soundtrack from Melody, which is music by Bee Gees and Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, $29.99. $29.99. Any other Beatles? I don't know if I have any more that's left or we have ready. The red compilation. Eddie Bruce wants Billy Joel, Songs in the Attic. And then here's the other Simon & Garfunkel's. Greatest Hits, $29.99. Whoop. Greatest Hits 2 is $29.99. Wednesday Morning 3 a.m. is $24.99. 17 of their all-time greatest recordings is $34.99. Was there, Preston's looking for Jimi Hendrix and Doug's looking for Pink Floyd Metal. Yes. I think the 4 that I posted on Facebook, I hadn't shown tonight, have I? I don't think I have. Is that all Beatles stuff?
No, but
is this more to show? The Beatles, the Beatles is $74.99. Yeah, bring over any of the Hendrix. Bring over that one. Yeah, I gotta show that. Can we pull up the call sheet on that? Because I have no idea because we don't have it priced. I need the cost on. If you'll be patient, everybody, I'll put these up for auction in 1 second. Hendrix, Are You Experienced Japanese, and Pink Floyd Metal. I'll have to get some information. We didn't have those kind of priced. I got to pull up the cost on those. I just need it on a sticky note, please. Okay, let me move these. I got other new stuff to show y'all. Let me do a quick flip of what's left in here. I mean, I hadn't really recapped this one yet. We've got Duran Duran, Bee Gees, Simon & Garfunkel, Nina, Rod Stewart, Mr. Stewart, Rod Stewart, Eagles, Willie Nelson, Bee Gees, Willie Nelson, Bryan Adams, Duran Duran. Do they know it's Christmas? Duran Duran. The Beatles, Asia, Willie Nelson. Movie themes, Diana Ross, Sound of Music, Paul McCartney, Cyndi Lauper, 38 Special, Sound of Music, Diana Ross, Wham, Boz Scaggs, Toto, Sound of Music, soundtrack to Melody, Simon & Garfunkel. Jim Anstant wants the Duran Duran self-titled. And Tim Smith wants the Beatles, all right? Yeah, the Beatles comps never really stay around. So there's Tim Smith's Beatles. Let me find Duran. It's right here behind it. There's Duran Duran self-titled. Did we get the cost on those? Seth looks like he's writing it down right now. Okay, I have other Beatles here to flip through. I have actually other stuff to flip through. Let me just stick them down in this crate, and we'll show them. All right, Susie said Rod Stewart bundle. Okay, give me 1 second on that. Yes, close to the edge. Yes, close to the edge. This one is EX, which I think it has a couple superficial marks on it. $49.99. $49.99. This has the Obi with it. EX condition and insert. Yes, close to the edge. What is the first Simon & Garfunkel? So I've got, let's see here. We have, first let me do a Rod Stewart bundle for Susie. Susie, we've got 1, 2, I'm assuming you want faces too, 3, 4, get you all different stuff here, 5. So yeah, that's all 5. 5 for, these are $24.99 and then faces was $29. So we'll do $20 a piece on those and $25 on the other one. That's $25 off, $105. That's for those 5. That's $25 off. $20 on those 4 rods and then $25 on faces. $105 for those. That's for Susie if she wants it. What I think James was asking what was the price on the Simon & Garfunkel. Maybe. This one here, what was the first one I showed? I can't really remember. This here is 20 pack, which is a greatest hits. And it was $34.99. $34.99. $34.99. Okay. So that's okay. Susie has blondes, so you can take off we can take off $20. So that would be, we can put that one back, and it would be $85. Price on Wham. Robin Wham was $49.99. $49.99. Okay, where did we get to? There's all the Simon & Garfunkels. Yes. And let me show Hendrix. All right, we'll put up Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? Let's take a look at this one. This is probably, I don't know. I've never seen this before. There's your key word. Who said that? Okay. Very nice jacket. Obi, pristine. Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? Pristine disc. And it has a Jimi Hendrix book insert. And it looks like some kind of chart. I don't know. This is like, there's all kinds of stuff going on here. This is a $105 start. Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? This is a 105 start. Japanese press. Pristine. 2 inserts with Obi. $105 start on Hendrix. Are You Experienced? All right, Susie, these are sold to Susie for $85, Tanner. It's all of these except that one. $85 sold to her. Robin Walker wants the Wham. Sold to Robin Walker. Toto Grant, I just passed it. Toto was $34.99. Preston's in at $105 on Jimi Hendrix. Preston's in at $105. Now, let me figure out Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd Metal. Oh my gosh. Pink Floyd Metal. Gatefold pressing. Very nice. Very nice Obi. Book insert. And let's check the disc. This is going to be a $95 start. Pink Floyd metal. This is very, extremely nice and pretty. $95 start on that. Pink Floyd metal. That's two of the better ones from some of the batch we just got in. These two that's up for auction right now. That's why I posted them on Facebook, and that's why people have asked to put them up for auction. Doug Jefferson's in, $95. Okay, let's slide all this back in here. I can get to showing the rest of them. Those are the two auctions. Takes a little time to show those. I want to make sure everybody knows what's in them and what they look like. And there's that. Okay, we got a couple more here that are straight price that are pretty good records, so let me get to those. Let me take a peek at them first, make sure it's nothing I didn't want to auction. Bruce Hornsby, The Way It Is, Japanese pressing. Bruce Hornsby, The Way It Is. That is $29.99. Also, yeah, the Iron Maiden. If I could do the same thing on that, I just need it and need to know the cost. I need to know our cost sheet on that one, wherever that one is. Let's see if Seth will actually listen to me. Paul Brothers at 100 on Pink Floyd. Preston, you've got Jimi Hendrix at 105. Going once, going twice. I hope we can find it. Talking Heads, Remain in Light. Japanese press. Wow. $49.99. Didn't know we had this. I don't know really what's coming in from Japan, to be honest. This looks like, to me, sounds like a pretty good deal compared to what we've sold for U.S. pressings. This is a pristine Japanese. No obi, but very nice. Talking Heads, $49.99. Brent Alverson wants Bruce Hornsby. Sold to Brent Alverson. Oh my gosh, the Top Gun soundtrack. This is EX, $49.99 with obi. Robert takes the Talking Heads. Brent Alverson got Bruce Hornsby. Iron Maiden here is pretty interesting. Let's take a look at Iron Maiden. This will be our third auction. Iron Maiden is Aces High with obi. Iron Maiden, Aces High. There's the lyric insert. And let's check the disc. This is a $115 start. Iron Maiden, Aces High, $115. Wow, this is absolutely beautiful. Aces High, $115 start on Iron Maiden. You are wanting the big boys right off the bat, aren't you? That's usually what everybody's wanting. So Iron Maiden, Pink Floyd. Jimi Hendrix is going twice, going 3 times to Preston Rogers. Are you experienced? Going twice, going Preston Rogers for $105. How many songs? 1, 2, 5. 5 songs. Iron Maiden, Aces High. 5 song, $115 on that. Near mint, pristine with obi. Pink Floyd's at $110. Jimi Hendrix is about to be sold to Preston for $105. Top Gun was $49.99. Journey, Raised on Radio. Journey, Raised on Radio is $34.99. Van Halen, 5150, $74.99. Beautiful pressing with obi, $74.99. Revolver is $64.99. Revolver, $64.99 with obi, $5. Richard, I will double your money right now. Actually, I'll quadruple your money. You can get a 2,000%. You can get an unbelievable return on your investment right now. Stevie Wonder, check this out. Songs in the Key of Life. Look at all the artwork with this one. It's the 2-disc. It has a 7-inch, which has a unique Japanese sleeve, and the obi. This is beautiful. This is $74.99. Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. I'm just now holding this for the first time. This is absolutely beautiful. $74.99. Chris Kirkley gets the Journey. Chris Kirkley gets the Journey, Raised on Radio. Van Halen, no one's bought that. Revolver, Jimi Hendrix, and Queen, Sheer Heart Attack, also $74.99. I want you to look at how nice this Stevie Wonder is. That's like the ultimate of that. Queen, Sheer Heart Attack was $74.99. Toto self-titled is $39.99. Toto self-titled, $39.99. And Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle. Steve Miller Band is $49.99. Fly Like an Eagle. The Beatles Love Songs, $64.99. It's 2 LP with book and Obi. This is like it's a compilation, $64.99 Love Songs. Okay, where are we at on our auctions? I was doing a final call for Jimi Hendrix, and I have Frank Kilpatrick in at $110. Frank, you are extremely lucky, because if I had finished this bin about 30 seconds ago, that would have been sold to Preston. Doug Jefferson's in on Pink Floyd at $112. Doug Jefferson's in at $112. Paul's out. So Pink Floyd is going once, going twice to Doug Jefferson. Preston, I probably took way too long on Jimi Hendrix. You were the one and only bidder. Frank has like a 20-minute delay, and his bid just came in. Frank is in, though, for $110. Iron Maiden, I was looking for a $115 start. What's it actually called? Aces High. Aces High. So those are the three up for bid. Pink Floyd is going twice, going 3 times to Doug Jefferson. That's our 3 auctions right now. One of them just got another bid, one of them's on the clock, and one of them doesn't have a bid. This other batch I just showed, we had Top Gun soundtrack, Van Halen, Revolver, Stevie Wonder, Queen, Toto, Steve Miller Band, and Beatles Love Songs. Preston's in on Jimi Hendrix at $120. We get those sold, I'll put up a couple more of the high-end stuff. I've still got new records to show you somewhere, I think, or do I? Let me see what's going on here. Let me go through all these crates. Let me do some condensing right quick and see what we got going on. So over here I had, let me see what's in here first. Let's go ahead and move on for some of these. Pink Floyd, Tanner, sold to Doug Jefferson for $112. Doug Jefferson, you get Pink Floyd metal, $112. If anybody wants to buy Iron Maiden, $114.99. Preston Stevie Wonder is $74.99. $74.99. Iron Maiden is $114.99. That's a buy it now if anybody wants it. Preston's at $120 on Jimi Hendrix. That's going once, going twice. We'll definitely have to wait for Frank to say in or out because he always has a bad delay. He's like on dial-up connection. And let's go through this bin. I'm going to recap some stuff so I can condense crates and figure out what I have and have not shown yet tonight. Okay? So just bear with me. Kings of Leon, $44.99, only by the night. That was a new arrival for tonight, $44.99. New vinyl, 2 LP, sealed, Kings of Leon, $44.99. The Roots of Guns N' Roses, Hollywood Rose. Paul Brothers, thanks for joining us. Glad you've got the watch as long as you did. Axl Rose, Easy Stradlin, Guns N' Roses, $26.99. Madman Across the Water, single disc remaster, $38.99. I have 1 Classic Rock Collected left on hand. Classic Rock Collected, 27 songs, limited in number from Music on Vinyl, $44.99. Lenny Kravitz, Greatest Hits. Someone asked about this earlier. I don't think I ever pulled one for them, but this is $46.99. Lenny Kravitz, Greatest Hits, $46.99. David Cordell wants the Guns N' Roses. That's sold to David Cordell. Iron Maiden, I'm going to slip that back over here. That's $114.99 if anybody wants it. I'm putting it back in the Japanese bin. Lenny Kravitz was $46.99. We have Townes Van Zandt live at the Old Quarter, Houston, Texas. Live at the Old Quarter, Houston, Texas, $28.99. Make sure David Cordell wasn't on this waiting list for Guns N' Roses. These people in part 2 we may have to be a little bit more careful with. No, he wasn't. Okay. Does Iron Maiden have the insert? Does it say 45 RPM bottom of it? Good question. We didn't even show the guts, did we? Frank Kilpatrick, I know you're 20-minute delay, but let me know on Jimi Hendrix as soon as you can hear me. Okay, this has the insert with it, and does it have 45 RPM at the bottom? Would that be in English? It does. Stereo 45 RPM. 45 RPM. Iron Maiden. in event. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm going to try to condense some of these crates and kind of do a recap until I can find new vinyl. I don't think there is, though. I'm not for sure. I've got to get to the bottom of these. What is that right there? Have I gone? Okay, yeah, I don't think there is. Usually after the sale, though, I find at least one crate I didn't go through. So, Frank's out on Jimmy. Okay, sold to Preston Rogers for $120. Jimi Hendrix is sold to Preston Rogers for $120. That's the misprinted version. Okay, good. Good for both of us. Michael Ling takes Iron Maiden, $114.99. Preston gets Jimi Hendrix for $120. Do we want to put up the other ones? Hand me either Axis or Are You Experienced? We already so yeah. Hand me Axis, Bold as Love right there, Ed. Yes, I'll take that one. Leonard Skinner Collected was $44.99, and there's Funkadelic. That didn't get a bid earlier. It's a VG copy. It is an OG, $49.99. And Captain Beyond is available still, $44.99. Captain Beyond was $44.99. Funkadelic was $49. Captain Beyond was a VG Plus. VG Plus. Funkadelic was a VG copy. Price on what? $114.99. Okay, I'm going to put this up for bid in just a second. 96 Tears is $29.99. 96 Tears is $29.99. New sealed reissue of that. There's the B-52s, the best of the B-52s. That is $38.99. $38.99, music on vinyl. Hip Hop Collected, last one I have on hand, $44.99. And Nirvana Bleach. Nirvana Bleach is $28.99. Nirvana Bleach, $28.99. Another new restock, the very best of Dolly Parton. Dolly is $31.99. I've got several of those still on hand. Dropkick Murphy, Sing Loud, Sing Proud. Asia, live at Budokan, 1983. That's $41.99. Asia in Asia. AC/DC, last copy I have of Dirty Deeds. And then there was the Pink Floyd Westwood One show, $99.99. And then more or less, I did have the Captain Beyond, and it's still available if you want it. I think I did just show it. It was, it's $44.99. Okay, well, I'll take $69.99 for Stevie Wonder. I sure will, even though it is absolutely, this is the nicest. Look at that. Fantastic album, too. That is, Tanner, we'll sell that to Preston for $69.99. Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. Okay, that was one crate I just recapped. That's all new vinyl. I'm going to slide it right over there. And let me go through. Let me shift these down a couple. There's that one. Let me go through this one. Actually, I just been through that one. Let me go through this one. That one's empty. All right, let me go through this vintage stuff. Grant Peltzer wants the Toto self-titled from the Japanese bin. That's sold to Grant. Toto self-titled. Sold to Grant. All right, Hendrix, Axis. We'll start this one at 95. Let's check the disc first. Wow. As expected. Axis, Bold as Love, Jimi Hendrix, $95 start. Thank you, Grant. Same inserts as the other one. Has this Jimi Hendrix book. Has this Jimi Hendrix Axis, Bold as Love fold out. I'm trying to figure out what this thing is here. It's like a chart of rock music. I'll have to look at that later. And then the cover, as expected, absolutely just beautiful gatefold too, which all of them are. Obi, pristine. Look at the artwork on this. 95 on that. Preston's in. Axis, Bold as Love. Jimi Hendrix, up for bid. Preston's at $95. All right, let me flip through this. We've got a quick recap on some vintage here. Brownsville Station. Brownsville Station. Bob Dylan, Daryl Hall and John Oates. Hall and Oates. The Grassroots. War. Charlie Daniels Saddle Tramp. Chic, Risque, The Legend of Jesse James, Roger Daltrey, Alan Parsons, Ammonia Avenue, Jeff Beck, Shape of Things, Big Brother and the Holding Company, Focus, Argent, American Breed, Savoy Brown. That was an auction item. It's $74.99 if anybody wants it. Animotion, John Mayall, Doctor and the Medics, Willie Nelson, Hello Walls, Willie Nelson, Robert Palmer, and J.J. Hill, Troubadour. I think you grabbed the wrong Toto. I got you Toto self-titled. If that's the only one I had in the bin. This one here. Grant, this is what I pulled for you. Toto self-titled. That's actually Turned Back. I was calling it self-titled. That's the only Toto album in there, though. I've been calling that one self-titled. It's actually called Turned Back. I don't have any other Toto in there, I don't think. Let me check. I don't see any other. I think I've been calling that the wrong thing. So I apologize, if you want to put that back, that's no problem. If you still want it, it's yours. I had another one. Tanner, flip through there and see if you can find another Toto. I'm not having any luck. Purple cover. I don't think there's another Toto in there, but Tanner's looking. Okay, that was a bin of vintage. I'm going to set it right over here. If anybody wants any prices on that, let me know. And let's go through this one right here. Quick recap. Oh, yes, there is another one. I know what he's talking about now. This one right here. Sold to Grant. Sorry. I got it. Preston, Jimi Hendrix is going twice, going 3 times to you. Quick little recap of this bin. I'm trying to condense some of these so I can make sure I've actually shown everything. Plus everybody gets a quick recap. Bad Influence, Robert Cray Band. If you want any prices, just let me know. Country Joe and the Fish. Country Joe McDonald. The Guess Who. The Guess Who. And the Guess Who. Marion Siegel. Trials and Tribulations. The Rhino Brothers. Soundtrack Any Which Way You Can. Classic Alberta Hunter. Albert King. Robert Cray was 1999. Bad Influence. Robert Cray, 1999. The Outlaws Ghost Riders. Taj Mahal. Motown Show Tunes. Survivor Vital Signs. Humble Pie On to Victory. Ian Hunter. Carlos Santana. Elvis. ABBA, White Label Promo. Kazan Katz, Singing Orchestral Circus. Billy Ocean. Elvis. Ravi Shankar. Alice Cooper. Can't believe no one about that. California Feeling. The Fugs. And Jimi Hendrix, Midnight Lightning. Midnight Lightning. Stevie Wonder just sold. Yes, we sold that to Preston. Preston also gets Axis Bold as Love. That sold for $95 to Preston. Tanner, I'll let you reassemble that one. All righty. Now, where's that crate I just had? I can put those together. Ultimate goal of these sales. Jimi Hendrix is $34.99. Midnight Lightning, $34.99. Ultimate goal of these sales is for me to condense crates. ABBA is $39.99, Jamie Miller. It's a white label promo. Guess Who bundle. Susie, if you want all 3 of those Guess Who albums, I will take $45. If you want all 3 of those. Midnight Lightning is $34.99. The Jimi Hendrix Midnight Lightning, it was $34.99 near mint. Near mint. All right. A couple new LPs here. We've got Martina McBride's Greatest Hits, $34.99. Martina McBride's Greatest Hits, $34.99. Tears for Fears, The Tipping Point, $31.99. Susie said she'll take the 3 Guess Who albums for $45. Disney's Tron, music by Wendy Carlos, is $59.99. We had the B-52s, which is a MoFi pressing. That was $43.99. The Foo Fighters self-titled, was $28.99. And the last Quiet Riot we have, which is Alive and Well, 2 LP silver vinyl, that was $39.99. Let me pull those Guess Who's for Susie. Whoa. Did you see my question about the Dropkick Murphys? I did not. You might want to ask me that again. I did not see that. What was the question? Tanner, these 3 right here for $45, Susie Breedlove. The REM that was teased has not been shown, but I will put it up right now, actually. I will put it up right now. I've got a stack over here of teasing stuff. Here's the REM. Let me find it over here. It's REM eponymous. They airbrush my face. I feel like I'm butchering this. Anonymous. I feel like I'm making that more difficult. This is a beautiful looking pressing. Early, is this some kind of compilation? Eponymous. Eponymous. Exactly, eponymous. I've never seen this before. What year did this come out? 1988. $40 start on REM. $40 start on REM. Eponymous. $40 start on REM, Zach. And I had another Japanese pressing over here. We get these in occasionally. I really wanted to keep this one because I think this one is completely complete. I will put it up for bid. You have to really want it, but I think after you see it, you'll really want it. It's another one of these Star Wars. Take a look at this one, though. I'll go ahead and let you know the story of Star Wars is an $85 start. Here's the cover. Check out the Obi. When you open it up, it has an amazing book with it. What else we got? There's all these photo inserts. I mean, it's like it says Star Wars Portfolio, which are these loose inserts. They weren't originally attached, I reckon. Check that out. I mean, it's all these. That's got to be difficult to find all those together. $85 start on this. You hadn't even seen it all. Has a Star Wars book with it. And this, the actual book that I think is supposed to be the real insert, and the disc is absolutely minty fresh. $85 start on the Star Wars. Now, I've never seen one with all those inserts with it. This is $85 start. So you get the disc, obviously, this book, and then these inserts. Then there's a book that comes in the gatefold, and it has the Obi, and this is absolutely pristine. That's an $85 start on Star Wars. I'm going to lay all that over there for right now. Okay, REM. I've got Eddie Passeur at $70 on REM. REM is at $70 of Eddie Passeur. Was there a Japanese Elvis? No, it wasn't. How much was the Beatles' Love Songs? The Beatles' Love Songs, the Japanese pressing of that, I can't believe no one bought it. Let's take a look at it first, Tim. Tillman Smoots at $85 on Star Wars. Brian Bauer wants a Foo Fighters self-titled. I'll make sure he's not on that waiting list. Brian, though, I'm putting you down for a Foo Fighters self-titled. Let's make sure he's not on that list. What was John Barry's question about? He asked about a Dropkick Murphys album. I don't know if I missed that again or not. What? No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Okay. Is Star Wars music or is it a story? It's a story. It's both. I think it's both. I think it's dialogue, music, etc. Jack says, offered to buy it at 60. Was that Beatles love song? Okay, I didn't see that, Jack. Did you already offer 60 on this? Let me show it first. Jack, if you want this, well, that's a very fair offer, but I think somebody, it looks like Tim may be interested. Yeah, the discs are pristine, 2 LP, and this is the book that came with the U.S. and the Japanese pressings. Not that one, this one. This is the book that came with the U.S. and the Japanese pressings. It's lyrics. Those are in English too. And I love her. All the Lennon, McCartney, Harrison's, of course, in there too. And then there's the Japanese insert. And of course, it's a gatefold with obi. Very cool. Jack, if you want this, you can have it for $64.99 if you asked about it earlier. I must have missed that. Okay, and then I've got to get caught up here on the auction. So.
John Mary asked best price for that other Dropkick Murphy since I got the first price.
The Dropkick Murphys are new. They're sticker price. All the Dropkick Murphys albums are new. They're sticker price. All right, so this is Jack Suslak. Jack, that's sold to you. Sticker price, $64.99. Okay. Let me, hold on. Let me go back up and make sure I hadn't missed any other comments. Let me find, yeah, Jack Suslak. Axel asked the grade on Jimi Hendrix, then Jack, would you do 60 for love? Jack, I totally missed that. I'm going to sell that to you, though, $64.99. Susie got the Guess Who. REM. Then I showed the REM. Then there's all the bids for REM. Tim Smith asked how much it was. Tim, I just sold that. It looks like Jack was ahead of you. REM is, unless there's another bid and I hadn't got to it, which there is, Zach Kroll's at 75 on the REM. Zach Kroll's at 75 on the REM. Okay, then Regina, there was no Japanese Elvis, no. Brian Bauer got a Foo Fighters self-titled. Okay, Tillman Smoot bid 85 on Star Wars. Tillman Smoot bid 85 on Star Wars, and then Keith Moyers takes the Revolver from the Japanese bin. Revolver from Japanese bin, all right? Revolver from Japanese bin. This right here, this is sold to Keith. Keith, that is sold to you. Keith, if that's your first purchase with us, thank you and welcome. That is sold to you. Okay. Keith, I got that. Jack, love songs. Zach is at 75 on REM. Robin said, who turned out the lights? I'm not for sure what you mean, but. And then Keith, just make sure you message our page. I think you were bidding on the count. You were bidding on the $1,000 Counting Crows record we had the other night. I'm pretty sure. I remember your name because I hadn't seen it before until you bid $1,000 on a record. That was a great way to enter in on the bidding. Thank you. Message our page, please, and we will send an invoice. You got all week to buy. We combine, and anybody else, $7 unlimited shipping. The current bid on Star Wars is Tillman Smoot at $85. This is about as complete and as nice as you're ever going to find it. $85 to Tillman Smoot. That's going once, going twice. Zach Kroll is at 75 on REM. There was about 6 other bidders on this. No one else has said out, and we're going to say going once, going twice to Zach. And then I've got a bid here of vintage, new from tonight, I have not gone through again. We've got Frank Sinatra, That's Life, A Portrait of Ray Charles, Space 1999, Spanky and Our Gang's Greatest Hits, The Fifth Dimension, Hank Williams' Greatest Hits, Frank Sinatra, The Nearness of You, Screen Went Dark. Uh-oh. Hope that was on your end and not mine. Ray Charles in Person, Lindsey Buckingham, Robin Trower, Trapeze, Neil Young, which was a 12-inch single promo, Fleetwood Mac, Spanky and Our Gang, The Best of Traffic. Star Wars is going twice, going 3 times for 85, and REM is going twice, going 3 times to Zach. Traffic, When the Eagle Flies, with promo sticker on the front. Katrina and the Waves, Mick Jagger, Primitive Cool. Red Rider, Don't Fight It. The Humble Bums, Roger Waters, Music from the Body, Yes, Leave It, 12-inch single, Sweat Hog, Diana Ross and Marvin Gaye, Roy Brown, Hard Times, Michael Melvoin, Elton John, Blue Moves. REM Eponymous is with Zach Crow for $75. It is a near mint copy with inner sleeve. This is from Kevin's Birmingham collection. That's going twice, going 3 times. I'm going to say 30 seconds on Star Wars before we sell it to Tillman for $85, and then I'm going to go cry because it's so nice. I love nice, cool soundtracks like that. Jason, if you're interested in REM, you've got seconds left. There's still some fantastic Japanese vinyl. I don't know if everybody was here when I flipped through that, but you don't want to miss it. All right, let me put up this other crate of vintage. A quick recap crate before I can condense them down. I think this is the one I showed when we first went live here for part 2, so I'm going to go through it very quickly. Doug Jefferson's at 76 on REM. Zach, he's in 76. Let's go ahead and sell Tillman Star Wars for $85, Tanner. And there's a lot of inserts there you'll have to put back in. Now, I've got a record over here that I was going to save for another night. I've got a stack of stuff here, actually, that I pulled out earlier. This one, it seems like y'all are in a good bidding mood tonight for part 2, so I'm going to go ahead and show this one. It's a very unique, unofficial, but it's got 2 people on it that y'all will probably know. Check this out. Bob Dylan, Alone and Together with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. The Pink Pony versus the Dead Goat. Now, I'm going to have to figure out what this is because I have no idea. I don't think this is a live show. I really don't know. The Pink Pony versus the Dead Goat. Is it 2 LPs? I don't think this is a live show. It's a $50 start, though. $50 start, 1987. Amazing Stork Records, definitely an unofficial. Positively 4th Street, All Along the Watchtower, Blown in the Wind. So those are Bob Dylan songs, Like a Rolling Stone. And then this here, that's the same disc I just pulled out. That's the same disc I just pulled out. What's going on here? That's side C. Where's side A? Side C, side 3, and side 2. Here we go. Side 1. We have I Forgot More, You'll Never Know, Breakdown. So that has Tom Petty. I really don't know what this is. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I have no idea what this is. I know there's Bob Dylan and Tom Petty on the cover. It's a $50 start. REM. REM, Doug Jefferson's at $76. Going twice, going 3 times. REM is going twice, going 3 times. What songs, Petty versus Dylan? The total track list is Lucky Old Son, Just Like a Woman, Like a Rolling Stones, It's All Right Ma, Girl from Northern Country, I Forgot More Than You'll Ever Know, Johnny Be Good, Breakdown, Rock and Roll Star, Spike, Lenny Bruce, When the Night Comes Falling from the Sky, Ballad of a Thin Man, I Remember You, Masters of War, Positively 4th Street, All Along the Watchtower, Blowing in the Wind, Just Like a Woman, and Like a Rolling Stone. Josh Duvall's at $60. Do you have more Beatles Japanese that isn't ready for sale? Yes. Like I said, Seth has brought me about a crate and another 10 records of Japanese tonight. Probably if we put them all together, we've got 6 or 8 crates. We've got a ton. So the next batch of Japanese will be shown Thursday night. I told everybody we might could have an entire show of Japanese, but we'll just slip them in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So every night this week, we will be showing new Japanese because there's another shipment from Japan due in on Friday, I know, and it has a ton in there too. So we're overloaded with Japanese obi and Japanese pressings. So all week there'll be Japanese kind of sprinkled in. We'll do a crate or 2 every show at least. I have not listened to it. That's the first time I've ever even seen it. So it's a live show, so that is both of them playing together. Okay. Because I've had some bootlegs before, like Rolling Stones versus the Beatles. And of course, I know they never did play a concert together. But the way the bootleg looks, it makes it look like they're playing in concert together, which would be pretty amazing, but that never did happen. So, Chad, do you know if the guy got me down Guns N' Roses? We will make sure. Make sure Tillman Smoot's down on Guns N' Roses live waiting list. So let's go ahead and sell this. No one else bid. No one else even said they were out. So Doug Jeppesen gets REM for $78. Oh my gosh, Zach just bid. That was very... We'll have to let that one slide. I was waiting for someone to say out because I was going to feel bad because there's been like 6 bidders on this and no one really has said out, I don't think. If they have, I hadn't seen it. Zach is in at 78. Almost got the word sold out. $78. Zach's back in. I just checked. That's Dylan Petty's the audio from HBO Live Hard to Handle show, which was recorded 2/24/86. That sounds about right based on the labels. So Josh Duvall's at $60, going once, going twice. And Tanner, this sold earlier to that Keith. I don't know if you got that or not. Okay. All right. Sorry to whoever I was about to sell that to. Doug, that was close. Zach is in. It helps me a lot if you say out, because I don't know if you've lost your connection or, your phone's died. So I'm not real for sure. Doug says he's out. Okay, so Zach, that's going twice, going 3 times to you. So is Bob Dylan and Tom Petty to Josh Duvall. Quick flip through this one for tonight. So Genesis, Santana, Savoy Brown, Bo Deans, BTO, Rick Derringer, Charlie Daniels' first album. Those usually get gone. Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Country Music Greatest Stars, H.Y. Sledge, The Champ soundtrack, The Best of the Outsiders, Jimmy Davis and Junction, the lady that I still haven't got her name down, but we'll say Bablé Bulou. That's bad, I know. Esquivel, Accept is still available. Eat the Heat, Gold Stamp promo, $34.99. Johnny Carson Show, that one has the posters with it. Music Machine, Bonnie Well, Music Machine is $24.99. Squeeze, Cool for Cats. Sun Ra. I've got a couple other rare Dylan records. If y'all want to see them tonight, I will show them. Beach Boys, LA album, Jim and Ingrid Croce. Best of the Beach Boys, Crosby, Stills and Nash. Blind Faith, Bonnie Bramlett. Potluck with Elvis, 1957, Rock and Roll Soul, and 1953, 54, and 55 Rock and Roll Soul. I'm going to transfer all those right over here. Brian Glick, he said he was out. He said he was... yeah, I did. Yeah, I read off all the tracks. Yeah. I read off... Yes, I said I hadn't played it either. Yeah. I just got it for... I just seen it. It's the first time I've really looked at it. Okay, sell that to Zach sell REM to Zach Kroll for $78, and sell Bob Dylan and Tom Petty for $60 to Josh Duvall. Another empty crate. Thank you. Let's move this one over here. All right. I can tell I'm losing my voice. Let me show these other albums right quick. This one is probably one of the more impressive ones I've seen as far as a Dylan album in a long time. This is Bob Dylan MTV Unplugged. Bob Dylan MTV Unplugged sealed with hype sticker. This is a $170 start. Bob Dylan MTV Unplugged sealed with hype sticker, $170 start. Hype sticker reads, featuring Knocking on Heaven's Door, All Along the Watchtower, Like a Rolling Stone, and John Brown, previously unreleased. Over an hour's worth of music, featuring 4 bonus songs not included in the MTV broadcast. And this is a sealed 2LP from 1995. It is a U.S. pressing, sealed from 1995. 100 and whatever I just said, $170 start. Bob Dylan MTV Unplugged. All right, let me recap. I think this is new vinyl. Let me recap right quick. New vinyl, we have Nick Mason, Saucer Full of Secrets, live at the Roundhouse. That is $41.99. We have The Cramps, Big Beat from Badsville, $39.99. The Charlie Daniels self-titled Luke was $24.99. That's his debut album. Patti Smith was $28.99. There's another couple copies of B-52s. I think I had one more in this crate, so I should have 3 of those on hand now. Yeah, there's those. So I got 3 B-52s. Dance this mess around. The next one was How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Grinch Green Vinyl. The OG, $35.99. Taylor, New Moonshine, $35.99. Odyssey and Oracle, The Zombies, $49.99. Death, Human, $24.99. Alice in Chains, $28.99. Colored vinyl, 1990 broadcast. Last copy of that, and last copy of an XS Kick, and the only copy we had of REM Automatic for the People. Automatic for the People. We're going to slide that right over here, and then one more recap bin. This is new vinyl too. It's a lot in here, but just a couple titles. Josh Duvall wants The Zombies, Half-Speed Master of Odyssey and Oracle. That's going to be really nice sounding. We had Elton John, Chartbusters Go Pop, legendary cover 69 and 70. Gold vinyl, $33.99. That's a new release. That came out last Friday, actually. Aerosmith, The Road Starts Here. Early recordings, $33.99. Hardcore Devo Live, that's transparent red and yellow vinyl, $46.99. Bjork is $41.99. Bjork is $41.99. The Very Best of the Grateful Dead, new release, $79.99. And Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair. That can be a tongue twister sometimes. Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair, $41.99. Brian Glick said Bob Dylan sealed, $150. Sold. Sold to Brian Glick, $150. Let me show the other ones I've got, the other sealed. I got a couple other sealed, harder to get Dylans and Claptons over here still. Actually, I just got one more Dylan. This one's even more expensive. This is Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan, Time Out of Mind. Bob Dylan, Time Out of Mind. This is sealed from 1997. 2LP, 1997. Wow, 2LP, that's a $200 start. Bob Dylan, Time Out of Mind, 2LP, 1997. $200 start on that. Sealed U.S. pressing. The Clapton record, Kevin, is Eric Clapton Reptile. Eric Clapton Reptile. This is a UK pressing from 2007. 2007. Eric Clapton Reptile. This is a $120 start. Eric Clapton Reptile. 2LP. 2007 Clapton. UK press. 2001 or 7? 2001. Yeah, 2001. Bob Dylan, 150. Craig, I'll do 175 on that sealed Dylan I just put up. 175 on it if you want it. And then this is a $120 start. Actually, I haven't had Bob Dylan up too long. I'll say, Craig, if you put up 175, I'll put it up on a about 60-second timer to make sure no one else wants to bid. It hadn't been up that long. And then Eric Clapton's $120 start, just in case. I don't want to sell it to you and someone was like, I was about to bid. So, 175. I'm going to put that up and just make sure no one else is in on that one because it hadn't been up all that long. So Craig, you might just want to put 175 because Glick just put 160. And then Clapton is a $120 start. Was that all that's over here? Well, there's one more record, but this one usually causes a fury because I think we've had one recently already. This is a $65 start. The Cult Love. The Cult Love, $65 start. This was unadvertised little surprise here, right? Original inner sleeve. And then there's the disc, which is EX. It's very clean, very nice. The Cult Love. The Cult Love. That's a $65 start. Okay, so Craig's in on the Dylan at 175. Brian, that's the reason I told him to do that because no one else had really said anything about that one except Craig, but just to make sure, Craig's at 175. I'm about to sell it to him unless you're interested, or if you want to bid 176 or more. He says, I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and sell that to Craig as fast as possible. So, Craig, you get Bob Dylan for 175. Brian Glick is at 70 on the Colt, and Clapton is back there and still available. There's an entire bin of new vinyl I just condensed. And what else do I have to flip through? Do we want to go through the Japanese stuff one more time and make some deals? I told y'all that I don't like, we're getting so much of that stuff in, I'd like to sell half this crate. I know I'm not going to tonight, as late as it is, but maybe by the end of the week we don't have hardly any of this left. The Colt is going once, going twice to Brian Glick. I have condensed everything. I've restacked it. I've condensed everything into 2 bins of vintage, and we started with 6, so we sold 4 entire bins of vintage. I've got 2 bins of new vinyl left, and we started with 5. And we've sold a lot of records tonight. I think that's everything that we had ready to sell. We sold probably 80% of everything we priced. All right. Let's go through this Japanese stuff very thoroughly, because I hadn't really got to show y'all details of what's in here, etc., etc. So you should show the Prince box set with Glick. Yes, let's show one of those Prince box sets. Good idea, Jason. We got Prince, a new release from Prince in. I feel like there was another box set we just got in recently. Did we show the Creedence box set already? I priced it over and laid it over there a long time ago, but I don't know if I ever showed it on air. Prince, did he buy it? Oh, he did buy it. He did buy it. This is a new release from Prince, especially if anybody else just got on. I'm going to try to order more of these. We've already got a waiting list. Prince, this is a live 3 LP, 16-page book, $64.99. Prince and the Revolution, Love, $64.99. Oh yeah, the new Madman Across the Water box sets and Asia in Asia. These are, I've already got 2 in. These are pre-sold, but I've got 2 more. Madman Across the Water. This is the 50th anniversary 4 LP, original 1971 album remastered. Piano Rarities, BBC Sounds of the South, and a 40-page book and poster. This is $199.99. Madman Across the Water, $199.99. Go ahead and tag Cody Chandler for 1 and Jeff McMaster. Yeah. Go ahead and put those in the system. And then this is Asia, live at the Budokan. This is the box set. This one is already sold to Brian White. This is the deluxe box set. Color vinyl. So this one they pressed on color vinyl. The regular release isn't. 2 CD, Blu-ray, 40-page book, printed memorabilia, Asia logo pin and badge, $149.99. That's got some Blu-ray, CDs, colored vinyl. $149.99. Pretty nice looking box set. That's Asia in Asia. There's how it all looks. Looks like there's some ticket stubs, photos, posters. There's the colored vinyl. That is $149.99. Yes, Rush. So I just got an update. I wonder if Richard Davis is watching. So they shipped me 10 Rushes. They shipped 1 more, and then they've shipped me another 6. So it looks like I'm getting 17 in. Don't hold me to that. I got to double check that number. But it looks like the first 17 numbers are for sure getting Rush, Clockwork Angels. The next people after that, the other 40 people, I really don't know. So Randy Davis wants a Madman Across the Water box set. I got 2 more of those on the way. One's for me and one's for Randy. And if anybody else wants one, I will order you one. What's the outcome of the Kid Rock Greatest Hits I was supposed to be on? We never did check on that. I know for sure I just ordered more. So you definitely will get one. I just ordered more of those. They were still in stock. So Monica,
We'll put Monica at the very top.
yeah, we'll put you on the very top of the list. There's more showing up this week. Brad, but the Clockwork Angels will be here tomorrow. So we'll show that Thursday. What about the Queensryche? Queensryche, I have not seen. That release got botched, I think. The Human Condition, or whatever that was called. Okay, quick flip through the Japanese. Duran Duran, 7 in the Ragged Tiger. Japanese press, $34.99. If you want to see the inserts, if I don't say it has an Obi on it, then you can assume it at least has a Japanese insert with it. If you want to confirm and me show all the interiors, because you may get surprised, and there may be, and I may get surprised too, there may be something else. Rush is $49.99, but Grant, if you hadn't got on the list by now, you may not get one. So make sure you're in our group. Here's our group. It's called Whole Lotta Records. And up here at the top, I post stuff that's coming in. There's the Rush post. What's it have? A ton of, yeah, I mean, there's a ton of claims on it, and I don't have but like 15 or 17 coming in. That was a surprise pressing this week. And then there's some other stuff. There's the Foo Fighters. Toto 4 colored vinyls coming in. Counting Crows. Hall & Oates Mo-Fi. Those are already in, actually. They just sold out already. Then some pre-orders. So Rush is $49.99. It's the newest pressing. Grant, I think you're already in our group, but you want to make sure you are. So Bee Gees in the Morning. Bee Gees in the Morning was $29.99. Nina, 99 Luft balloons, 99 red balloons. That's in shrink wrap with Obi, $49.99. Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town, and Rod Stewart, Atlantic Crossing. Those are $24.99. Did I win the $1,000 gift card? No, but we still got to do that giveaway for anybody who bought something last week. I need to post that as soon as tomorrow, don't I? Yes, and I probably, what we'll do now, since it's a layover, we may go ahead and say if you bought something last week or this week. That way we just do it twice since it's already Wednesday and I'm just now announcing that. So I kind of forget to announce about giveaways. Oh yeah, Brian Glick. Brian Glick was at 70 on the Colt. That's going 3 times going 4 now because I kind of forgot about it. $70 on the Colt. We have a few Eagles Japanese pressings. We have On the Border. Whoop. On the Border is $39.99. Let me go back to my feed on my phone right quick. One of These Nights and Greatest Hits. I will do a bundle on Eagles Japanese if anybody's interested. Willie Nelson Stardust. Greatest Hits was $49.99 and One of These Nights was $44.99. On the Border was $39.99. Willie Nelson Stardust. We had Bee Gees Spirits Having Flown, Japanese pressing with a Japanese 7-inch. $34.99. Bee Gees. Willie Nelson, Always on My Mind, is $24.99. Willie Nelson, The Sound in Your Mind, is $24.99. Bryan Adams, $29.99. Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams Cuts Like a Knife is $29.99. Duran Duran, this one has Obi with it. The other one didn't. Seven and the Ragged Tiger, $39.99. Do they know it's Christmas? We got a couple of these. They are $19.99 each. Asia Self-Titled with Obi was $49.99. Willie Nelson Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And movie themes. There's actually something before that. Today's movie themes, $39.99. There's actually a few Willies here. Let me get them together. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Always on My Mind, and The Sound in Your Mind. There's the 3 Japanese Willies. Today's movie themes, Diana Ross, $34.99. Sound of Music, we got a couple different ones. This one is $39.99. Pipes of Peace, Paul McCartney, also $39.99. Cyndi Lauper, True Colors with Obi, $39.99. And 38 Special Tour de Force is $39.99. Susie said bundle on the Eagles. Bundle on the Eagles. 1, 2, 3. I would do 35, 40, and 45. So 40, 95, 100. That'd be $130. $15 off, Susie, for those 3. Well, those are really nice. Artwork on these. The U.S. pressings are nice too. They're usually textured covers. These are too, but they're just crisper. All right, go ahead and sell the Colt before I forget about it. That is sold to Brian Glick for $70. Bundle on the Eagles. Susie, $135 on those. What's on that last Willie? The last Willie. This one here, Debbie, I've got Sound in Your Mind. It's $24.99. Always on My Mind is $24.99. And Somewhere Over the Rainbow has the Obi with it. It's $29.99. Leslie Brown wants The Sound of Music Japanese pressing. Sold to Leslie Brown. Susie passes on the Eagles. If anybody else wants that deal, $5 off each one if you buy all 3. Pipes of Peace, Paul McCartney. Pipes of Peace, I already showed that. Cyndi Lauper. Where did I get to? 38 Special with Obi. Tour de Force, $39.99. Debbie wants What's On? Over the Rainbow. Or you want the track list on that one? Track list is Mona Lisa, Exactly Like You, Who's Sorry Now, I'm Confessing, Why Don't You Ride My Little Red Wagon, Over the Rainbow, In My Mother's Eyes, I'm going to sit right down here and write myself a letter, It Wouldn't Be the Same Without You, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. That is $29.99. If you want that, just say Rainbow Sold. Sound of Music, there's another one for $39.99. Dinah Ross Best Collection, that's a greatest hits, $39.99. Simon & Garfunkel Pack 20, which is a 20 greatest hits, $34.99. Boz Scaggs Down to Then Left is $24.99. Another Sound of Music soundtrack, that is $39.99, another one of Obi. This is the soundtrack from Melody, which is music by Bee Gees and CSNY, Crosby, Stills, Nash Young, that is $29.99. Davy Pass's Give Me Always on My Mind. Yeah, that's one that is got a unique Japanese cover to it. What happened to Willie Tanner right here? Always on My Mind. That is sold to Debbie Blair. Oh, sorry. Debbie Blair. Where did we get to here? Then we have several other Simon & Garfunkel. We have, you get 20 greatest hits. We have the Simon & Garfunkel collection, which is 17 greatest hits. This is one of their studio albums, Wednesday Morning 3 a.m. It's $24.99. We also have Greatest Hits Volume 2, which I've never seen before. That must be a Japanese-only release, $29.99. And then there is the multi-platinum Greatest Hits Volume 1, $29.99. Yes, Close to the Edge was $49.99. That was EX. Rod Stewart, Blondes Have More Fun, $24.99. Top Gun soundtrack was $49.99. Van Halen, this one is a surprise. Still available, 5150 with Obi, $74.99. Queen Sheer Heart Attack was $74.99. And Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle, $49.99. And then there's Toto, Turn Back, and it's $34.99. So, surprise is still in here. Steve Miller Band, Queen, the Van Halen, the Top Gun. We still got a Yes. The Simon & Garfunkels, I will gladly make a bundle. There's a bunch of them. Some of them probably have a lot of the same songs. If anybody wants the Eagles bundle, it's still available. Asia, a couple Duran Durans in there. Bee Gees, and Nina. Really good album. Brian Glick said Van Halen sold. I figured that wasn't going to make it through the end of the night. 38 Special, how much is 38 Special, Jason? Jason, 38 Special is $39.99. $39.99 Tour de Force. Leslie Brown wants Simon & Garfunkel Volume 1. Yeah, that's the multi-platinum. This is really cool, too. It's a gatefold pressing. I need to pull some of these out, and usually when I start showing the innards, yeah, this is a gatefold. Very nice. I mean, it's a much sturdier jacket I've ever seen on U.S. press. And there's the insert. And there's the disc on the CBS Sony orange and white. Tanner, now you can put that back together. Is that okay? Okay, thank you. Okay. Anything in there is open for sale. It can be yours. And I have really, unless we start going through really old stuff, I have ran out of records to show you. Finally, best price. Jason, I will do that for $35, $34.99. $34.99 on 38 Special. One more look at the Clapton, $119.99 if anybody wants it. I'm going to put it right over here. We've went through everything tonight, and we've went through it twice. Some things we've went through 3 times. Pretty thorough show. It's 11:20, or it's 11:40, 20 till midnight, and I have not got any new arrivals to show you unless we go through something else. I want the book you showed Saturday night about the blues. Debbie, I've got that right over there. I was asking my mom where she got that, and she said somebody brought in a couple tubs of records and books, and that one was in there. So we bought like somebody's collection, and that book was in there. So I think I told you, $19.99. You offered $15. I'm going to put this down for $17.99 for you. I'll kind of split the difference there with you. Tanner, put that to Debbie for $17.99. Brian Glick wants to see the box sets, and so does Tony Dool. There's only one problem with that. I've got my cart, and I really can't get over there to them unless we roll this cart across the. Is this detached or? Can we roll it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clear this area right here.
All right. Give us about 20 seconds so I have to roll the cart across the store, but we can get it over there. And the good thing is we've condensed down all the box sets. We can see them a little bit better. How much was the Def Leppard Indie? $54.99, Scott. Tracks on Simon & Garfunkel Volume 2. Volume 2 has Mrs. Robinson, For Emily, Wherever I May Find Her, The Boxer, 59th Street Bridge Song, The Sounds of Silence, I'm a Rock, Gosh, that sounds like Volume 1. What is going on here? Yeah, this is like the same. This is insane. This is the same tracks on Volume 1, isn't it? Mrs. Robinson, For Emily, Wherever I May Find Her, 59th Street Bridge Song, The Boxer, Sounds of Silence, I'm a Rock, Scarborough Affair, Homeward Bound, Bridge Over Troubled Water, America, Kathy Song, El Condor Pasa, Bookends Theme, and Cecilia. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same tracks on Volume 1. Very interesting. I don't think it's live. Let me see if I can get any clues here. You can go ahead and roll the cart, Tanner. I'll let you do. I'll let Tanner steer the cart so I don't break anything. He's much better at that. Yeah. $29.99 on this. $29.99 on this. Yeah, that's the same tracks on Volume 1, I think. They must have done this to fool people. They went out and bought it, and then they got it home and went, what the heck? Okay, yeah, you can go ahead. The cart is in motion. Look out, Ed. All right, Jason said he'll take the 38 special. So that's $35, $34.99. So did Jason Ivy. The cart is now across the room, and I'm going to walk over here to it. We still got a Hendrix. We still got a Japanese Hendrix. And I have an entire other crate of stuff that I ultrasonically cleaned that I had not got to yet. So, all right, let me see if I can show these things where y'all can. I need like a pointer. Okay. What you'll have to do is ask me if you want to see one in detail, okay? Otherwise, that's what we'll have to do. Any singles box set. Brian, I've got a Rolling Stones and a Doors singles box set on the way. Rolling Stones and the Doors. If you're interested in those, I can send you the details, but they're on their way. Okay, we have Def Leppard Collection Volume 3, Bob Dylan Blonde on Blonde. That's not actually, well, it is a box set, but it's a MoFi box. That's MoFi. Eagles Live for the Forum. Eagles Desperado, that's a one-step. Eric B. and Rakim. Fleetwood Mac, that's 73 to 74. That is Penguin, Mystery to Me, Heroes Hard to Find, and then a live show from 1974. Grateful Dead, Dick's Picks, 1972. Jerry Garcia Band, Grateful Dead, there's 3 from the vault. The Hamilton original Broadway cast recording. Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland. Jimi Hendrix Songs for Groovy Children. Jimi Hendrix Live in Maui. Another Electric Ladyland. Japan Quiet Life. The Billy Joe Vinyl Collection. Elton John Jewel Box Deep Cuts. Janis Joplin One Steps. Those are Janis Joplin's One Step. Need to hear about the Stones, got the Doors. The Stones is a new 7-inch single box set. It just came out last Friday. It's really nice. It's really nice. Metallica, S&M 2, San Francisco Symphony 2. Joni Mitchell, the Reprise albums. That's like her early studio album collection. Motorhead, Ace of Spades. No, that's the Ace of Spades box set. That's Motorhead 79. Motorhead Overkill. Is that Lou Reed? No, that's Motorhead Overkill, and then this is the band Overkill. Tom Petty, the live anthology. Tom Petty, American Treasure. Pink Floyd Pulse. Lou Reed, Rolling Stones, and Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones, Tattoo You. Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed. Price, 3 from the vault. Grateful Dead. 3 from the vault, Grateful Dead is $129.99. That's a lot of information on there, but it looks like it is 1, 2, 3, 4 LPs. Grateful Dead, 3 from the vault. $129.99. I'm trying to find what year this is. Following vinyl, recorded at the Capitol Theater, Port Chester, New York, 1971. Grateful Dead. Tony, you need that. More details about the band Def Leppard. The band, or I can tell you about the band. I can also tell you about this box set. This box set is vinyl box set. This is actually volume 2. It's $264.99. Adrenalize, Retroactive, Slang, Euphoria, and Rarities Volume 2 and 3. For the first time on vinyl is Euphoria and Rarities Volume 2 and 3. 40-page book, limited edition, of course, $264.99. And then Josh D asked how much for the band Overkill. The Overkill box set is $199.99. Overkill, The Atlantic Years, 1986 to 1994. 6-album box set. 6-album box set. Take It Over, Under the Influence, The Years of Decay, Horoscope, I Hear Black, and WFO. Now, I've seen those on vinyl before. Maybe that one. I know I've had that one, and I've had that one from the Knoxville Metal Collection. Maybe. These here, I'm sure, are extremely difficult to get on vinyl, if they even made them. $199. Overkill, The Atlantic Years. What else we have here? My feed moved up. Sorry, been off. How much for the Prince Live? Prince Live, that's coming back in stock this week, is $64.99, Jeff. And then how much for the Dick Pics? The Dick Pics is sealed, of course. 7 LPs, $249.99. Hand numbered on the front, 1774 of 2000, $249.99. 4-page full-size insert, and limited edition, 2000 hand numbered, $249.99. Grateful Dead, Dick's Picks. Let's see here. Dick's Picks. Does the Def have the complete Adrenalize album? Let's see. I mean, yes, that's the full album, Adrenalize, right here. We also have not an original of that, but we have a 90s. We got a 90s pressing of that behind the counter, Adrenalize. But yes, that's the full album, $264.99. So it includes Adrenalize, Retroactive, what's that one there called? Slang, Euphoria, and then 2 rarities, which those are the first time they've ever been on vinyl. That just came back in print. And Adrenalize. Kevin, I would love to make a deal with you on that Velvet Underground. I'd love to make a deal on that. Let me move this camera up so y'all can see. I think that's how you do it. Watch me detach the entire thing. Let me just tilt it up. There we go. So up here is Almost Famous box set. We have the Beatles White Album box set, and next to that are the Black Sabbath box sets that are still on sale. Then I got a whole nother section over here. I hadn't finished all these. We got a lot of box sets, as you can tell. There's a lot. I would love to sell all these. That's a lot of money right there. Carole King Tapestry, The Kinks, Led Zeppelins. I've got Physical, 4, 3, Presents, Song Remains the Same, which one of them is a Japanese press. How the West Was Won, and BBC Sessions. Linkin Park. This is the Metallica Black Album. We've got, that's the Rolling Stones Goat Head Soup. Rush, Moving Pictures. I've got Standard and Deluxe. Rush Permanent Waves, Standard and Deluxe. Sisters of Mercy. Skid Row, Soundgarden, almost said Scam Garden. Soundgarden and Soundgarden. That's the Super Deluxe and the Deluxe, or Standard and Super Deluxe, whichever. Star Wars, A New Hope, Cat Stevens, Tool, Muddy Waters, Neil Young, Frank Zappa and the Zombies. We got them in alphabetical order now, don't we? I just now noticed that. What number Dick Pics was that? It was number 1774. 1774 on the Dick's Pics. Overkill. So we had Motorhead. We hadn't sold one yet. We need to sell something. Look at all those. Wouldn't those all look nice on your shelves? Does somebody say, I'll take all box sets? We would have to have a lot of boxes to ship those. Know the number. The number. 36. I think that's what you mean. Dick's Pics 36. This is the September 21st, 1972 show at the Spectrum, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. $249.99. I was thinking you meant the hand number. 36, Grateful Dead. I'm pretty sure they recorded, I guess they recorded every show that they ever did, huh? Seems that way. There's a lot of Grateful Dead live stuff. They're still putting it out 50, 60 years later. So he said 36 sold. Okay, sell that to Tony Doyle. Great, let's sell one more box set and we'll consider it a very, very, very successful night. Let's make a deal on something else. Brian says, keep going. I have 3 to bundle starting with Def Leppard. I'm out. That's all I got. We've put them all over here now. I could run through them. Def Leppard, Bob Dylan, Eagles, Eric B. and Rakim, Fleetwood Mac, Jerry Garcia, Grateful Dead, Hamilton, Hendrix, Japan, Billy Joel, Elton John, Janis Joplin, Metallica, Joni Mitchell, Motorhead, Overkill, Tom Petty, Pink Floyd, 1, 2, 3, 4 Stones box sets, which are actually, this is Lou Reed. Then we have Stones, Tattoo You, Let It Bleed, Goathead Suit, Rush, Moving Pictures and Permanent Waves, Sisters of Mercy, Skid Row, Soundgarden, Star Wars, Cat Stevens, Tool, Muddy Waters, Neil Young, Zappa, and the Zombies. And then this shelf up here was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 10 Zeppelin soundtrack or Zeppelin box sets, The Kinks, Linkin Park, and Metallica. Tool right here. Tool, Fear Inoculum. What's the Skid Row? Skid Row is an excellent value for what it is. It's kind of like the Overkill albums. It's $199.99. It's their studio album collection, 1989 to 1996. So it has their self-titled album, which isn't a challenge to find. OGs, yes, but reissues, we have plenty of them. Slave to the Grind is expensive. B-side Ourselves, and then you have Subhuman Race and the Subhuman Beings on Tour. Subhuman Race is probably the more expensive one out in there, and then Slave to the Grind. That is $199.99. The Eagles I have is Live from the Forum. Live from the Forum. That is $99.99. 4 LP, the new live album, 26 tracks, 2 hours of music. Eagles Live from the Forum. That is $99.99. But the Skid Row, for $200, that's probably what one of those even reissues would cost. That's probably what you could have to pay for a Slave to the Grind if you really, really wanted one, especially a sealed record store day one. All right. Anybody else? So, tomorrow, our next show is Thursday night, and we're going to have a fantastic lineup of records. Right, Seth? Seth is not very motivated right now. It takes a lot to get Seth motivated. I'm motivated all the time. How much are the Led Zeppelins? Brian Glick wants to know best price on Def Leppard, Eric B., and Grateful Dead. Prices on Zeppelins. Okay, let me do that first. So, 4, 3, and Presents, these are all kind of the standard album. These are $139.99. Let me move the card over here. So, yeah, Led Zeppelin 4, Led Zeppelin 3, Presents, and I have a couple behind the counter, don't I? I also have In Through the Outdoor. I have it behind the counter, but I also have In Through the Outdoor. Those are all $139.99. Physical Graffiti is a few dollars more because it's $159.99. This is the only way you can get Song Remains the Same as a reissue. It's a 4-disc box. They don't make this as a 2 LP like the original came out. This is the only way they really have put in print Song Remains the Same. It's a 4 LP box. There's actually a bigger version than this that includes CDs and Blu-ray, but this is $149. That's the 4 LP version. I've got the same thing, but pressed in Japan, and it's $234.99. That has an Obi with it. And then probably my 2 favorites are these live box sets, and this is my favorite, BBC Sessions, and this is the Super Deluxe BBC Session. So this has the book, it has the entire show, plus the CDs that accompany it. That's $179.99, the complete BBC Sessions. $179.99, and then How the West Was Won is $203.99. How the West Was Won, $203.99. So, physical is $159. The other albums are $139, except for Song Remains the Same, $149. The Japanese was $239. and then Led Zeppelin, BBC Sessions, and How the West Is Won. Okay, so we need Brian Glick. Which Grateful Dead? The Three from the Vault? Is that the one you were interested in? Three from the Vault. So I could do 125. What else did he say? Eric B. and Rakim. So 125.
Grateful Dead, Eric B.
Yeah. Eric B. is 249. This one I have a little bit more room on. I'll go ahead and say 235. So 125 and 1 and 235. Can someone get a running total for me? Put in 125. Put in 235. And Grateful or Def Leppard, we'll have to do it for 255. Brian, that is $615. $615. And you got to remember, we ship these things to you, which really cost it cost us a lot of money to ship these things to you. We lose like $30 on shipping every time we mail you a package, probably $40. So $615, which includes fantastic shipping, as long as the post office don't run over it with a truck, which has happened before. Brian bought some David Bowie box sets from us a couple weeks ago, and they were very damaged. It wasn't our fault. It was, I'm going to blame it on the post office, because y'all know how well we pack stuff. Randy Davis takes a Led Zeppelin, How the West Was Won. Randy, this is great. And if you ever want a BBC Sessions, let me know, because I've got several of those. I also have I got to get some more out of the office, because I know we have Chris Cornell. We're about to sell all these, and I think there's some stuff in the office we need to restack. Yes, Frank Kilpatrick, the Eagles was the Desperado one-step. Desperado one-step, and that is $174.99. Desperado one-step. That is $174.99. Desperado. Shipping is part of the plan. Exactly. So that's why when I usually give you a discount, it's part of it, right? Yeah, we sold another one in store, I think. We keep selling Chris Cornell in the store. He sells well in the store. People see that and want it. So, yeah, $615 on those three, and probably after we take off, what's it going to cost to ship those things? Golly. We got some cool stuff. I'm surprised no one's bought Billy Joe yet. All remastered new Billy Joe albums. These one-steps are fantastic. You got to have the right equipment, though. But even if you do have the right equipment, I know a lot of y'all hadn't bought one of these yet. Highly disappointed. Sold box set $550. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I would do $610. If not, I'll have to not sell them. I cannot do that. $610. That was, and I think I've done these here. I've got the most room on the Eric B. That came from that Dallas collection, right over here. I know you can't see where I'm pointing. This Eric B. It came from that Dallas collection. I have the most room on that. But these here, this Grateful Dead probably cost me, I don't know, probably. Their stuff is tight. Especially this bigger stuff. And then those Def Leppard box sets isn't. What's the deal with the Black Album while Glick is thinking? What's the deal with the Black Album? The Black Album, the Metallica Black Album. Zach, before I read you all the information, Metallica Black Album. It is $284.99. I can explain to you, or I can tell you the details on that if you're interested. Metallica. That is an amazing box set. Okay, let's sell these to Brian Glick. $600 sold Mr. Glick. $600. He beats me up. I feel after I get done dealing with Brian Glick, I feel like I've just got out of the boxing ring with Mike Tyson. I really do. Okay, Metallica Black Album. This thing, Zach, let me tell you one thing that's in here that a lot of people are after. There's a live show in here. It's live from Moscow. It's the Metallica Moscow show. It is great. Let me pull up the details. I can find them on my phone right quick. Hopefully there's, yeah. This is $284.99. 5 LPs, 14 CDs, and 6 DVDs. That's just the beginning. So let me read that again. You get 14 CDs, 6 DVDs, a 120-page book, never before seen photos, 5 LPs, 14 CDs, 6 DVDs. Yeah, I mean, just look how many tracks and stuff. So if you count all the live stuff, there's a total of 375 different tracks on here. So if you count all of the DVDs, the CDs, the outtakes, the actual album, there's 375 different takes and tracks. This is the best Metallica packaging on a box set I've ever seen. $284.99. And what was the comment before that? My feed moved up and I'm not on the feed. What was before that? Somebody asked about something. Oh, best price. Frank asked the best price on that. Frank, Desperado, I could do 165 on and 95, so 170, 270, 260. 260. 260 on both the Eagles, Frank. 260 on Live from the Forum and Desperado Mo-Fi. One step. The Led Zeppelin BBC box, I've $179.99. And that price there is from back in March. That is my price when I did a YouTube video on this, unboxing it, and I sold several just from that video after people seen how nice it was. And it's supposed to be, I think, $199.99, but I went ahead and ordered a bunch of them, and we marked them $179. Kind of like the Chris Cornell. The Chris Cornells we've been selling for $300. They're supposed to be $335, but we've been selling for $300. I'm pretty sure Zach wants to buy this, right, Zach? I'll just go ahead and mark you down for 3 of them. 1 to keep, 1 to sell, and 1 to give away. Seth's trying to leave again. Unbelievable. So how many is the box set? So I said we need to sell 2 box sets. We sold 1. We sold, how many did we just sell? We sold about 5 right then, didn't we? Yeah. And we already sold some Madman Across the Waters. Good night for box sets. They sometimes get forgot about, especially with this cart, because I can't walk around like I used to. So we're pretty much waiting to hear from Frank Kilpatrick, and then we're going to end the show. It's after midnight again, and we got to get out of here. I've got a lot of work to do tonight to reorder stuff, and I'm sure Tanner and Ed and Seth really want to go home, and we're going to do this all. We're going to do this all again Thursday night. So Brian Glick says, let's do another rundown of box sets. Let me take a deep breath first. I may need a bottle of water. Okay. I'm glad they're in alphabetical order. That makes it a lot faster now. They're in alphabetical order. We have Bob Dylan, Blonde on Blonde. I'm not going to read the Eagles again because I think Frank wants these. Frank, $250. $250. You're getting $25 off. $25 off. That's for a Mo-Fi box and an Eagles Live at the Forum. $250, Frank. You can't say no. You can't say no. Okay. I'm not going to pass on a CD person. Well, there's 6 LPs in there, though. That's amazing. You should wait till you hear that Metallica Live at Moscow. Okay. Bob Dylan, Blonde on Blonde. Let's get this a little closer. There we go. All right. Bob Dylan. This is Blonde on Blonde. This is a Mo-Fi box, by the way. That is $134.99. Fleetwood Mac, 73 to 74. Jerry Garcia, Hamilton. We have Jimi Hendrix, Electric Ladyland. Jimi Hendrix, Songs for Groovy Children. Jimi Hendrix, Maui, Another Electric Ladyland. Japan, Quiet Life. Billy Joe Vinyl Collection. Elton John, Jewel Box, Deep Cuts. Janis Joplin, Pearl. Janis Joplin, Pearl. Janis Joplin, Pearl. Down here at the bottom, we have Metallica, San Francisco Symphony, Joni Mitchell, Motorhead 79, Motorhead Ace of Spades, Motorhead Overkill. Then we have the Motorhead right here, I'm tapping, That's the Motorhead, the band Motorhead box set. Tom Petty Live Anthology, Tom Petty American Treasure, Pink Floyd Pulse. We have Lou Reed Studio Album Collection, Rolling Stones Tattoo You, and then 2 of the Rolling Stones Let It Bleed. Show Jerry Garcia. Jerry Garcia is Jerry Garcia Band on vinyl for the first time ever. Over 2 hours of the Electric Garcia 5 LP 180 gram limited collector's edition featuring Deal, Waiting for a Miracle, The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, and more rock classics. 5 LP Jerry Garcia Band, $89.99. $89.99. Okay, so that was there, and then up above this was the Almost Famous box set, which is amazing. We've got the Beatles White Album. We have 2 copies of Technical Ecstasy left, which are on sale, and we've got Confessing the Blues. Confessing the Blues. Let me get back to my feed over here, because just in case the feed moves, I can't see y'all. Is the Led Zeppelin Boosie a classic records pressing? This is a I don't know. I know it has a numbered lithograph with it. I know this has a numbered lithograph. It don't really say. This is the newest in print version. I mean, we got these shipped to us back in March. I don't think it is. I don't think it is though. The Fleetwood Mac. This Fleetwood Mac is a Fleetwood Mac 73 to 74. This is Penguin, Mystery to Me, Heroes Are Hard to Find, which are those 3 studio albums. And then there's a live show that never has been released before, which is live from the record plant. It's a 2 LP live show from September 15th or December 15th, 1974. That is $124.99, mastered from the original analog tapes. Includes previously unreleased live performance from 1974, and I didn't mention that, a bonus 7-inch, $124.99, Fleetwood Mac. Okay, then over here, part 2 of the box sets, there's all the Zeppelins again, the Kinks, and then Carole King and Linkin Park. Rolling Stones, Rush, Big Rush, another Big Rush, Sisters of Mercy, the 2 Skid Row, Soundgarden, Star Wars, Cat Stevens, Tool, Muddy Waters, Neil Young, Zappa, and the Zombies. Zombies, Zappa, Neil Young, Muddy Waters, Tool, Cat Stevens, Star Wars, Soundgarden, Skid Row, Sisters of Mercy, Rush, Rolling Stones. Did Frank Kilpatrick said he was going to take the box sets for $250? Surely Frank's going to take those box sets for $250. Best price on Fleetwood Mac, Tattoo You, and Billy Joe. Price on Carole King and What's the Zappa. Good night to ask about Carole King, because this is the one that I opened one myself to keep. I listened to it. I loaded more on our website, and I said, they're on sale. So these are technically on sale for $149.99. That's our best price on them. $25 off. These are originally $174.99. That's Carole King Tapestry. It's a MoFi one-step. It is unbelievable. I mean, as all these one-steps are. Fleetwood Mac, Tattoo, and Billy Joe. Price on Carole. What's the Zappa? The Zappa is the box set from the original motion picture. 180 gram smoke vinyl edition contains the original motion picture soundtrack to the acclaimed Zappa by Alex Winter. Features unreleased material for the first time. Standout tracks from Zappa's vast catalog. Some pressed on vinyl for the first time. That is $199.99. $199.99. The Linkin Park is Hybrid Theory, which is Hybrid Theory box, has lots of extras in it, like limited edition deluxe box set, 3 CDs of B-sides, live tracks, demos, rare and unreleased, Hybrid Theory and Reanimation on CD and LP, the Hybrid Theory EP on vinyl, 3 DVDs, 84-page booklet, 3 lithographs, and an 18 by 24 poster, $199.99. And then the Star Wars A New Hope. Star Wars A New Hope is $149.99. That is Star Wars A New Hope 40th Anniversary 3LP Collector's Edition on 180 gram vinyl, featuring a 3D Death Star. 3D Death Star holographic experience, 40th Anniversary logo etching, and a 48-page hardcover book and more. $149.99. Randy Davis said he'll take a Carole King one step. Tanner, those are $149.99. Sell that to Randy Davis. And then we got to get Brian Glick a package deal. Brian Glick, you wanted Fleetwood Mac, so 120. What else was there? Billy Joel and Tattoo You. So 120, 200, that's 300. 300, and then this, Stones, which Brian, the shrink is, I think where we've slid it in and out. There's no damage, but the shrink is partially torn on it. I think you're going to open it up anyway. Where was I at? 300, 400, let's see, make sure I do that right. 120, 3, it is getting late, my brain is kind of fried. 120 and 80 is 2 plus 200 is 400. $580. Yeah, $580. $580 for those. Frank said $240 for both. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and sell him both of those then. $240, Frank Kilpatrick. Both of those Eagles box sets, $240. Let me get my calculator here. We was at 1. Let's see. Yeah, $580, Brian. 580. Fleetwood Mac, Billy Joe, Rolling Stones. Fleetwood Mac, Billy Joe, Rolling Stones. $580. So the Tattoo You is pretty cool. It's Tattoo You. I don't think I've read the details on this one. 40th Anniversary Super Deluxe 5 LP. It's the 2021 remaster. Lost and Found, 9 previously unreleased tracks, triple LP, live at Wembley, and a 124-page book with a very cool lenticular cover that looks like the front and the back. That retails for $220. I think I was giving you the biggest discount on that. This thing is $291.99. Look what comes with it, though. Cold Spring Harbor, Piano Man, Street Life Serenade, Turnstiles, The Stranger, 52nd Street, Songs in the Attic, and a bonus LP live from the Great American Music Hall, a really cool live show from 1975. And then the Fleetwood Mac, I've already read it. So the Billy Joe has an unreleased live, Stones has unreleased rarities, and then the Fleetwood Mac has that also unreleased live show. Plus, Cold Spring Harbor has never really been reissued. I don't know how many of those actually have been reissued on 180 gram vinyl. So don't forget about Almost Famous, the Beatles, and Black Sabbath up there. I'm sure Glick is about to counter of an offer, and then I'm going to counter. He said, sold $545 so you can save this patient on the shelf. $545. $545. I was at $580. $545. Brian, you've got to let me win this one. You won the last 3, I think. $570. $570. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. $570. You've won the last like 5 negotiations, I think. I'm always like, okay, sell it. Seth, you doing all right over here?
My pay's the same, baby.
All right, then I need to send you home. Seth, you can go ahead and leave. Yeah, plus, Brian, I've got 3 employees here. I'm paying, well, Tanner's on salary, but I've got 2 other employees here I'm paying by the hour, so the time it takes to negotiate, I probably end up breaking even. They're extra time here after all these discounts. Oh man, running a business gets extremely expensive. Brian Glick, $565 sold, so Seth can go home. Look at all this shelf space now. I'm gonna have to dig more stuff out of the office. $565 sold to Brian Glick, $565. Jason Kenton said $85 for Jerry Garcia. Sold to Jason Kenton, $85 for the Jerry Garcia box. Sold to Jason Kenton. That leaves a big void in the shelf. Now here's something, I'm not discounting them by no means. Rush Moving Pictures for just $99.99, which includes a 4 LP live show from 1981, 19-song set list. This is unbelievable. Oh no, we don't have an air horn. It's all out of air. Brian, I owe you an air horn. I've got to order one. There's no air horn. Oh my gosh. What can I do? I'll snap my fingers. I don't know. I'll yell like a monkey. Rush, those are $99. Do you have Audio Slave second record Out of Exile? No, that is not available. That is not, you can't get that. Once again, Luke, that's just a kind of a bootleg only type deal. They don't really exist. Very rare. Hey, Ed just put an air horn on his phone. There you go. I don't know if y'all heard that. Honk your car horn. Ed, let's play that again. You got that on YouTube? Give me... If you don't have the Rush box set, stop buying vinyl, Brian Glick. There's the air horn. Yeah. What box set's in the office? Chris Cornell. I think it's Chris Cornell. It's more Janis Joplin's. It's more Pearls. What else is there? I think there's a couple Zeppelins I don't have out here. I think there's a House of the Holy. There's a House of the Holy. Robert says, I'll take a moving pictures. There we go. Now, Robert, I've got a $100 version. If you really like Rush, I've got a $300 version. And then these, I ordered more of these last night because I only had one left. This is the only in-print Rush permanent waves that you can get right now. It's $69.99, which I bet if you look up 180-gram Rush, just single disc, I bet they're not cheap right now because they're out of print. This is the 40th anniversary, includes the album Permanent Waves and 12 unreleased live performances. So that's 3 LPs. It's 2 LPs of live and the original album. That is $69.99. Robert takes the moving pictures. But this moving pictures, this is $99.99. It's the album. It's got a book with it, 24-page book, and a 4 LP live show never released, which is live in YYZ, 1981. Very good. So Robert gets the moving pictures. Chris Cornell is the Chris Cornell Anthology. It's like 7 LPs, colored vinyl. It's $299.99. And Brian, I hadn't forgot about your other Zeppelins. This Rush is only $69.99, permanent waves. And I've got a Super Deluxe Rush moving pictures. Super Deluxe Rush moving pictures, which has got a lot of extras with it. And I've got a Super Deluxe permanent waves. Yeah, I think he wants this one. I got it right here. Yeah. Moving pictures. You got one in the shipping box? Okay, they were all just stacked kind of loose in there for the longest. So, yeah, I think the big ones are in boxes. This is the only way we have these, yeah. Okay, anybody else? We really got to stop the show. I would love to keep selling box sets, and I will if y'all keep buying them. $99 for tonight, thanks. Yeah, thank you. I hadn't shown this yet, but this is actually something new from our distributors. It's a cassette player for $24.99, a portable cassette player. I was like, man, I can't believe they still manufacture those. It's Jensen, $24.99, portable cassette player. All right, I'm out of here. I am too. Thanks for watching. Thank you, everybody that's bought something here in this last hour. It was fun to go through all these box sets. I forget how many I have and how many I need to actually sell, but y'all just took out pretty much an entire shelf after I condensed that and that. Y'all just swapped out an entire wall of box sets. So thanks for watching. We are ending the show. We'll be back Thursday night for more. If you can take it, we're going to have it, especially new vinyl, killer auctions. Just absolutely, I've already sold you a cassette player. I know, I've sold a lot of cassette players. I got to sell Paul Beal one. He's wanting one of these Marantzes, I think, or something. So, okay, thanks for watching. We are done. I'm hitting the button. I will see y'all Thursday night at 7 o'clock. You'll be here before you know it. All new arrivals, too, pretty much like tonight.